Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Today I'm here to solve the paper of IKLC 2022. This is a paper of class 1 and 2. This time the story is any problem can be solved. First we are going to read the story and side by side we are going to solve the MCQs. So it starts from here. It is winter. Jack lives with his wife Nora and his mother-in-law Lena. Jack and Nora have a baby boy. One day after Jack leaves home, Nora baths the baby and puts him in the bed by the stove. The baby falls asleep. His mother sees a block of salt on one shelf of the stove and begins to cry. Whoa, whoa, my baby will die. If the cat climbs up there, it will throw the block straight onto my baby's head and will kill him. Oh dear. You're so right. The baby will die. Now you can see both the women, they are just crying. They are not doing anything. They are not taking the block away from here. They are just making noise and crying and doing nothing. And they both begin to cry and cry and cry. Okay, look at the first sentence. The first question is, what season is it in the story? Spring, winter, summer, rainy season, or autumn? You can get the answer from the very first line that it is winter. So, winter is the correct option. Number D option is correct. Okay, number 2, choose the correct sentence. Jack is Nina's brother. Jack is Nora's husband. Nora is Lena's mother. Nora is Jack's sister. Lena is Nora's aunt. We know that Jack was living with his wife and his mother-in-law. So the correct option is number C. Jack is Nora's husband. Okay, number 3. Look at the picture. Who is in the room? A man, 2 women and a baby, 2 women and a dog, 2 women, a baby and a cat, a man, a woman, a baby and a dog, a man, an old woman and a hen. You can see in the picture that there are 2 women over here. There is a baby and there is a cat. So this is the correct option. There is no dog and there is no hen. So number E option is correct. Okay, come to second page. Why are the women crying? The baby is sleeping and they want to wake him up. Jack is not at home and they miss him. Maybe the block of salt will fall onto the baby's head. They want to scare the cat. The baby doesn't want to wake up. So the correct option is that number C. Maybe the block of salt will fall onto the baby's head. It has not fallen yet, but they are saying that it can happen. So they were crying because of this. Okay, now next part of story. Suddenly Jack enters the room hungry and tired. Catching their breath, the women begin to tell him about the danger the child is in. The little boy wakes up and he begins to cry. There is so much noise in the room. Gee, says Jack, I have seen so many fools in my life, but never like you two. Stop crying and move the baby away from the stove. And Jack leaves the house without saying goodbye, angry and bitter. Now you can see over here that the Jack is going outside. He is coming out of the house and he's going away from the house. When the Jack arrives home, he is hungry and tired, so he needs. As he is hungry, so what does he need? He needs food definitely. As he is tired, so he needs some rest. So the correct option is food and rest. Food and rest is the correct option. And the next options are not correct: to drink water and rest, to sit and relax, a hot tea, to warm up, to eat, and to work. We get the answer in the very first option: food and rest. Okay. Next page. What does the man tell the woman? What does the man tell the woman? To move the cat, to stop crying, to move the stove, to cook dinner, to leave the house. This the correct sentence is option is to stop crying. Number 7, why does the man leave the house? He has no work to do. His wife tells him to leave. He is angry and unhappy. He wants to have fun. He has little money. The correct option is number E. When in the story we have seen in the last line that he leaves the house without saying goodbye, angry and bitter. So he was angry at that time. So he is angry and unhappy. Number E option is correct. Number 8, look at the picture. Which one is not there? Cow, dog, cat, sheep, squirrel. In this picture, we can see a dog over here, a cat over there on the fence, sheep is there, then the squirrel is inside the tree. It's in the hole of the tree and the 2 crows are there. So what is not there in the picture? cow is not there. Sheep is there, but the cow is not there. So number A option is correct. Okay, now the next part of the story. What sorry, while walking without knowing where to, Jack stopped. He can't believe his eyes. A man named Peter is holding an empty clay pot with its opening face facing the sun. After a while, he quickly runs into his house, then comes back, put the pot facing the sun again, and so on. Hello, good man. What are you doing here? I'm trying to carry some sunlight into my house. Now, see, another fool he met, and he's saying that I'm taking the sunlight into my house with this pot. So, let's see what are the questions. Question number 9 is Peter's house has no what? Door, floor, roof, walls, or windows. Now, you have to see very carefully. See, this is the house. This is the door. So door is the correct option. Fence is there. You can see the fence. The roof is also there. You can see the roof. It is covered with snow. It's not a mountain. It's not a snow mountain or a hill. It's the roof of the house. It is covered with snow. And the wall is there. The floor is there. So what is not there? The window is not there. The correct option is window, number E. Okay. Number E is the correct option. Number 10, the fence of the house is made of wood. Yes, it is made up of wood. You can see that this is called the fence and it is made up of wood. It is brown in color. Okay, number 11, Peter is trying to carry some dash into the house. What he was carrying in his pot? The sunlight. Sunlight is the correct option. He was so fooled to taking the sunlight into the house with the help of the pot. So, look at the picture. The two men are wearing dash on their heads. You can see in the picture that the two men, they are wearing hat on their head. So, the correct option is hats. Hats is the correct option. Okay, next part of the story. Jack asks Peter to bring an axe. Then he breaks a wall of the house to make a window. Now the sun can get inside. It's a miracle. Good man. Thank you. I'm glad to be of help. Another fool, says Jack to himself and leaves. Now, see, you can see in the picture as well that he carved a window into the house. There, the cat is sitting here, and the sunlight is going inside the house. So he met another fool. He was a fool person taking the sunlight in the pot. Okay, number 13 sentence. Look at the picture above. What does Peter have in his hand? This is Jack and this is Peter. What he is having in his hand? He is having an axe. So axe is a correct option. What does Jack do to help the man? What does he do? He gives him a pot. He carries sunlight into the house. He leaves. He cuts a window in the wall. He brings an axe. So number B option is correct, that he cuts a window in a wall. Find the false sentence. So all the sentences are correct instead of one sentence. So we have to find the false sentence. Jack helps Peter. This is true. He helped Peter. There is a cat at the there is a cat at the window. Yes, this is also correct. Peter is not grateful. See here, what does Peter say? He says, "It's a miracle, good man. Thank you." He said thank you to Jack. So it means that he is he is grateful, and this is the wrong option. Peter is not grateful. Peter was grateful. And other options were that Peter brings an axe. That is correct. Sun shines inside the house. This is also correct. Jack is wearing a dash coat. The color of the coat is yellow. In the picture you can also see he was wearing a yellow coat. Okay, next part. Jack keeps walking for hours when he suddenly sees another man. His name is Charlie. He has a pitchfork in his hand. He wants to throw some walnuts into the attic of the house, and all is in vain. Charlie thinks the fork is not good. Thank you, man, for helping. Okay, first he says, put the walnuts in this basket. Put the wallets in this basket, take it on your shoulder, and climb it nicely into the attic. The fork is for straw and hay, not for nuts. Thank you, man, for helping me. Now, see, Here you can see that this man is having a pitchfork and he's taking the walnuts and he wants to put it into the attic. This is called the attic, the upper portion of the house. And here you can store the things. So he's taking the nuts over there, and then he gave the suggestion that you should take a basket and put all the nuts in it and then take it upstairs. Soon the work is done, so Jack doesn't stay here any longer and leaves, counting another fool. So he was the second fool he met. The first one was who was taking the sunshine into his house with the help of the basket, with the help of a pot, and the second is that second person he met was picking up the nuts with the help of a fork. Okay, number 17 sentences. Look at the picture. There are dash nuts on the ground. Many, lots, much, a lot, or no. There are many. Okay, nuts are countable, so you can say there are many nuts on the ground. A pitchfork is usually used to lift what? Hay, nuts, wood, vegetables, or fruit. Hay is the dried grass. Okay, so a pitchfork is used to gather the hay. So here is the correct option. Look at the picture. Jack is holding. What the Jack is holding? Peter is holding a fork, but the Jack is holding a basket. So the correct option is basket. Number C option is correct. Who is what is an attic? The room under the ground floor of a building, the room at the top of a building, the place where you keep animals, the room where people usually sleep. So the second option is correct. The room at the top of the building, that is called an attic. Okay, this is the correct option. The room at the top of a building. Okay, now come to next part of the story. Jack walks and walks until he meets another man whose name is Leo. There is hay on the roof of the barn, and the man is on top of it. His cow has a rope around its neck. Leo is pulling the rope really hard to get the cow up on the barn. The cow is in pain. The man gets tired, so Jack helps him with a piece of advice. Well, this animal is hungry and it doesn't want to come up on this barn to eat some hay. I don't understand why. Wait a minute, man. You are hurting the cow. Take the hay down and give it to your cow. So he met another fool now. See, he was taking away, sorry, he was taking the cow. He wants to take the cow up on the barn. You know that what is barn? Barn is a place where you store the things or where the animals are kept. That is called a barn. And he is taking up on the barn, and definitely the cow cannot jump and go over there. And then Jack gives him advice that just put the hay down so that cow can eat it very easily. The man takes Jack's advice and the cow escapes alive. So the cow was saved with the advice of Jack. Okay, number 21. A barn is a place where people usually eat dinner, grow vegetables, plant trees, store things, or sleep. The correct option is store things. And the animals are also put in barn as well. Here, the correct option is store things. Choose the true sentence about Jack. He is a selfish man. He doesn't care about the cow. He doesn't have family. He helps people in need. He never gives advice. The correct option is number B, that he always helps people in need. Like he helped two person before. One who was taking the sunlight inside the house. The other who was picking up the nuts with the fork. And the third here who was feeding the cow with the hay. Okay, so he helps the people in need. Okay, the next part of the story. Jack decides to go back home. He realizes that his wife and mother-in-law are smarter than those fools. When he arrives home, his wife greets him at the door. Come in, son, and close the door. It's cold outside. The mother in law is saying to Jack, oh dear, welcome home. Are you hungry? There is warm soup on the stove. It's good to see you all, and it's good to be home. Now, see, all the noise, all the cries, they are gone now, and they are looking very happy. And Jack is also pleased. Okay, put the events in order according to the story. Jack meets a man who wants to carry nuts with a pitchfork. Jack meets a man who tries to pull a cow up on a barn. Jack meets a man who wants to carry sunlight with a pot. So, which event took place first? First, you know that first was the man who was taking the sunlight inside the house. So, number third is the first one. Number third is the first one. Number second event that took place was when the Jack meets a man who wants to carry nuts with a pitchfork. So number one is second, and number two is the last one when the Jack meets a man who tries to pull a cow up on a barn. So number C option is correct. 312. Look at the women in the picture. They are what? They are tired, scared, angry, sleepy, or happy. Yes, now both the women are happy. Why? Because the block is safely placed now on the floor. Here, the block of salt is here, and the baby is safe now. So both the women are happy now. So that's all for this paper. I hope all the options are correct. That was a very easy paper this time. Okay, have a very good day. Allah Hafiz.